Good day, everyone. Welcome to our Social Studies virtual class, grade 7A and 7B. Your teacher here, Miss Michelle Joy. This video will serve as a makeup recap class, especially for the students who were not able to join our virtual class. Class, before we proceed with our online discussion, I would like us to have a short recap or review of the last topics that we had. The first one is Buddhism. What is Buddhism? Buddhism is a major world religion. It is the fourth largest religion of the world and has about 300 million followers. It helps people by providing a way of life that will lead to true happiness. So Buddhism class is one of the five major world religions. It comes after Christianity, Islam, Hinduism. And it is considered to be the fourth largest religion in the world, having 300 million followers or believers. It's not just a religion, but it is also a way of life and a guide to lead to true happiness. The second topic that we had discussed is about Thai society. Thailand culture. The culture of Thailand incorporates cultural beliefs and characteristics to the area known as modern day. Literature in Thailand is heavily influenced by Indian Hindu culture. Thai people usually don't show affection in public as they find it disrespectful. Thai people strive toward refinement in their everyday life. This has been a strong part of the cultural identity. This is shown by their good manners and their soft-spokenness. The objectives of our lesson for today are the following. Students must be able to know what map is, and students must be able to know the different types of maps. Now, class, let us discuss our topic now, but first let us read the topics for today. Letter A is map, and letter B, types of maps. These are the words to learn that we will be encountering in our next slides. Please follow after me so you can still practice your reading skills and speaking skills even if you're just at home. Are you ready now? Let's start reading. Number 1, map. Number 2, road map. Number 3, population map. Number 4, political map. And number 5, topographic map. So class, when you say map, it is a picture or representation of the Earth's surface, showing how things are related to each other by distance, direction, and size. So this is what a map looks like, class, and it shows the cardinal directions, which are north, south, east, and west. Maps have been used for centuries, and a person who creates map as a profession is called a cartographer. The second word that we have is road map. Roadmap means roadmap, guideline, plan, standard procedure, direction, instructions, protocol, map, workflow, effort. So roadmap basically, class, tells us the name of the road and the name of the streets. The next word is population map. Population map or population density means anthropology, population analysis, census taking, population growth, and head counting. Population map shows us the number of people living in that particular area. Next, political map. Synonyms for political map: diplomatic map, ethnic map, official map, parliamentary map, and racial map. So it shows us the name of the country and as well as the capital city of that country. The last word that we have is topographic map. Topographic map means topographic map, contour map, detailed map, relief map, topo map. It shows us mountains, the land area, the forest, vegetation, and also bodies of water. So these are the 5 words that can help us better understand our topic for today.
Hello, friends. Today we'll learn about maps. Haha, you're doing your morning workout here in the park. See this park map? It tells you where you've been, where you are, and where you're going. A map is an illustration of an area such as a city, a country, or a continent showing its main features. It's a drawing that gives special clues about an area. The word map is originated from the Latin word mappa. That means a paper or napkin. These were the materials the earliest maps of the world were drawn on. The history of mapping can be traced to approximately 5,000 years ago. Guys, this is the Imago Mundi. It is considered the oldest surviving world map. It was found in a town called Separ in Iraq. The sun rises in the east. Stretch out your arms. Your left hand is now pointing east. Right hand is pointing west. North is at the top and south towards the bottom. This is the map of the world. North is at the top, south at the bottom. This is east, and this part is facing west. These are called the cardinal directions. You can easily see which country or continent is in which direction. Different places are shown with different colors, so we can easily locate a particular continent. Usually, countries are shown by dots and capitals with a star. There are many types of maps. Let's see the 5 main types one by one. General Reference Map. These are simple maps showing important physical features, both natural and man-made, in an area. For example, see this road map? It shows the roads boldly and using road widths and colors to distinguish between major and minor roads. Thematic. A thematic map shows a single attribute, such as soil type, vegetation, land use, geology, and land ownership. For example, this French Guiana map shows the vegetation areas, the rainforest areas, westland forest, marsh, and savanna. Navigation charts or nautical charts. It is a map that characterizes the configuration of the shoreline and sea floor. It gives important information about water depths, locations of dangers to navigation, locations and characteristics of aids to navigation, and many other features. Topographic maps. These maps are a detailed record of a land area, giving geographic position and elevations. They show the shape of the land, the mountains, plains, and valleys by means of brown contour lines. Cadastral maps. See this cadastral map? It shows the boundaries and ownership of land within a specified area. This type of map may also show drainage, culture, and other things relating to use of the land. Can you show the map from this park to your home? This road map is an example of general reference map. So many places are there on the way. See, there's a school, a hotel, a restaurant, and so many other places. Now you know a lot about maps. Stay tuned for more videos. Bye-bye.
What is a map? Please open your social studies book on page 1. A map is representation of the Earth's features drawn on a flat surface. Maps use symbols and colors to represent features of an area, simplifying the real world.
Did you know that there are many different types of maps? Some are really big and show things like the planet Jupiter, while others are small enough to only show a single city block. We can learn all sorts of things from maps. Some maps are topographical, which means they show us what areas of the world are like, how tall the mountains are, where there are rivers, and more. Other maps are political and show where the borders of different nations and cities are. There are also maps that lead you from place to place by showing you where the roads lead. The right map will open the world for you. You might be wondering what's different from a map and a photograph. A map must be drawn by someone called a cartographer. They decide what type of map it's going to be, where it's going to show, and how it looks. It's a really important job to have, and cartography has been around for thousands of years. How many different types of maps have you seen?
Now, class, let us discuss the 4 types of maps. Please open your social studies book on page 2 to 3. The first one is road map. It tells you about roads and places nearby. So the name of the road and the name of the streets, and road map looks like this. The second one is political map. It shows where a country is. A more detailed political map also shows regions and provinces. Like what we have here on the left side of the monitor, you can see here a map with names of the countries and the capital cities. Usually, class, name of the countries represents with a bullet, and the capital city is written with a star. Class, let us continue. Please open your social studies book on pages 4 to 5. So number 3 is population map. It shows you the population density of a certain place using different colors. So the more darker the color is, the more dense the population is. So the lighter the color is, the lesser the population is. The last one is topographic map. It shows us the physical geography, the surface, and the height of land. It shows us the mountains, the vegetation area, the land area, and even the bodies of water.
Welcome to Singapore Myths and Legends. As many of us know, Singapura, the Malay name of Singapore, means the Lion City. In today's story, we'll be finding out how Singapore got its name. It is said that long ago, in year 1299, there lived a prince in Palembang called Sang Nila Utama. One day, he felt bored and decided to go hunting with his men. In the forest, they saw a deer, but as he tried to shoot it, the deer ran away before they could do anything. The prince and his men chased after the deer, but eventually disappeared. The chase led them to a hill where the prince had a good view of the surrounding islands. Looking out, Sang Nila Utama saw an island that he had not seen before. It had shiny white sand on the beach.
"What is that island?"
He asked his men. "Thematic," they answered.
"Let us go there."
Said the prince. Sang Nila Utama has been searching for a new place to build a city and was very excited to land foot on the white sands of Thematic. However, on their way to Thematic, a storm appeared. The wind blew hard and the waves got higher and higher. The boat was slightly damaged and in danger of sinking. To lighten the load and prevent the boat from sinking, Sang Nila Utama's men began throwing the items they carried off the boat. However, the storm grew fiercer. They had already thrown everything that they could possibly survive without, but the boat still continued to sink. As everyone started panicking, Sang Nila Utama remained calm and said,
"I will throw my crown overboard as an offering to the sea."
When the prince threw his crown off the boat, the storm disappeared and the seas were calm once again. His men exclaimed, "The storm is finally gone!" With the seas back to normal, they continued their journey to Thematic. After some time, Sang Nila Utama and his men reached Thematic. They got off their boat to explore the island. While he was walking, he caught sight of another animal, one that he had never seen before. It was beautiful with a black head and a red body. It looked into the prince's eyes. Then it disappeared.
"What is that animal?"
He asked his men. No one really knew, but one of the men said, "I've heard that there is an animal that looks very beautiful like that." The other man also added on, "They call it Singa, or lion." Sang Nila Utama liked what he saw of the island. He thought that it was time that he had his own place to rule, and seeing the Singa was a good sign.
"This is where I shall live,"
he said.
"We shall call this place Singapura."
And that, they say, is how Singapore got its name. There have been some people who said that lions did not exist in Singapore back then, and what Sang Nila Utama saw was in fact a tiger. However, That is something that we will never know as we cannot travel back in time. Fast forward to recent years, a statue of Sang Nila Utama was built along the Singapore River in 2019 for Singapore's bicentennial event. We hope you enjoyed this story and do look forward to the next story that we'll be sharing. See you next time!
Let us read about Singapore. Please open your social studies book on page 6. So, an island country south of Malaysia, it is really interesting. It's famous for being very clean and having an excellent infrastructure. Singaporean people are hardworking. They are very good at doing business. So this is the political map of Singapore. It shows us the name of the country, the name of the capital city with the stars, and the name of the provinces or cities of this country. So class, Singapore is an island country because it is surrounded with bodies of water and it is south of Malaysia. It's very famous for being clean and the technologies that they have there are very high. Now, Singaporean people are very hardworking and they are very good in doing business. That's why they are considered one of the wealthiest countries in Asia. Now, class, let us summarize the topic that we have for today. The first topic that we had is about maps. What is a map? A map is a representation of the Earth's features drawn on a flat surface on a paper. Maps use symbols and colors to represent features of an area, simplifying the real world. A person who makes map is called a cartographer. Next, types of maps. So we have studied the 4 types of maps in your book. They are road map, political map, population map, and topographic maps. But remember class, there are many different types of maps to show different types of information. And some of them are the ones that we have discussed. So now class, it's time for me to give you activity. Just click the link in the Google Classroom to answer the activity. And your activity is of course live worksheet. And this is your activity looks like. So you are going to tell me the cardinal directions of a specific area. So please read sentences or questions numbers 1 to 8. Choose your answer, click finish, and click check my answers. And screenshot your score and upload it in social studies album in your line group. Good luck. Thank you so much. Class, we now come to the end of our discussion. If you have any question, comment, suggestion that you want to share with us, please feel free to send me a message in my Google Classroom account or in my personal line account. Stay safe, everyone. I'll see you again next week. Goodbye.